sure everything's mixed right. See how you can see this, like the swirl line?
Yeah.
It means there's a little heavier. It's like the line between oil and water is different, so it's not mixed all the way. If you see swirl lines. There's a lot of debris in there. So once we got it mixed up pretty good. So to work it close to the edge, but not enough to where it'll go over, right?
Yeah.
Try not to anyway. Since this is the last seal coat, you don't have to work it into the wood so much, but you leave a little bit of excess around the edge. And then once you got that done. Take your gloved hand and you pull it down onto the lip, because the epoxy won't go over. The epoxy will only go where there's already more epoxy. So like if it was dry here, it would stop and go around shit and do all kinds of weird stuff. So take your hand, and this is why you get good gloves.
Yeah.
Grip. Rub it up under that lip, as far as your fingers will reach. Every nook and cranny. Always pulling the excess down. What that does is it creates a nice, wet, smooth surface for the epoxy to flow over once we push off the excess over the edge,
Mm-hmm.
Give you that nice, glassy lip.
And this is the poker table?
This is, the poker table. And after this, I got one more table. It's like a service table, a sideboard basically, like you'd have next to the dinner table, with all the food on, and somebody serves you from there or whatever. It's 11 foot long, same wood, but it's not real wide, so it won't be too hard.
Yeah, you could easily fit 6 people with this.
Yeah, it's a hexagon. It was a straight up hexagon to like shape the edge a little bit. Trying to make it look more organic, I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
The lip. Right. So I got the edge pretty good. So then, where those gloves go? I can make a YouTube video. Start getting some fucking money. Wait, you can't curse on YouTube.
Yeah.
So once you got that done,
Poker table starting at $11,000.
already in debt. Already losing the pot.
Yeah.
But I work it back and forth a few times, and like I said, because this is the 3rd seal coat, shouldn't have to do too much. It should be pretty well sealed. But I just scoop it around and I look for any bubbles or anywhere where you see it dropping down in the gaps and stuff. Make sure it's filled.
How long do your videos last?
Huh?
How long will it record it?
If I don't have any other long ones on there, pretty long.
Okay.
I've had them.
You're at 4 minutes now.
I've had them go 30 when there was nothing else on there.
Yeah. I know every time I try to send a video, if it's over 50 seconds, they shut me down.
Yeah. You got no RAM on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you got to go to like a WhatsApp or something like that to even load a video that big.
Yeah.
But all right, so that's pretty good, I think. So then you just take your excess, not dumping your whole load at once, but just so much, and then you start pushing it over the edge slowly. So it flows on its own. And that's how they give you that nice glassy look. That's why you got to keep the area cleared around it, because it's always going to just flow onto the whatever's underneath it. And with the seal coats, you want to scrape as much of it off as you can. You don't want any excess on there because it takes longer to dry. And then you're waiting forever to do your final flood coat. You just get it all spread thin. Ruin Minnie's shirt, ruin epoxy. Alright. And then what I normally do is, there's always a lot of excess, but you have to use this much to ensure that you get it sealed up. You don't have any problems, but if I have a lot of excess, depending on how much the wood soaks up, I usually just put it into a container, and if I have something else that needs epoxy or needs to be sealed, I'll go pour it onto that, which will be the stump in this case.
Stay tuned for the final